The sacrifice of Christ according to religion versus the true sacrifice. Part 9.
For God, the true sacrifice of Christ is to be in a body of corruption and death, and then conquer death while being in that body of sin without having sinned. In other words, without ever having denied the truth of God the Father and of Christ, nor that she is the Christ, who must live according to the holy and perfect order of God, the Father Melquisedec. By dying to the earthly mind, she becomes the fulfillment of what it says in Hosea 13:14. From the hand of Sheol I will redeem them. I will deliver them from death. O death, I will be your death, and I will be your destruction, O Sheol. This is the true meaning of the resurrection and death of Christ in the cross. That is why it says in Hebrews 7:27, speaking about the true high priestess according to the order of Melchizedek, that she does not need to first offer sacrifices for her own sins each day of eternity, since she never sinned in the eyes of God, because her sacrifice was made once for all, offering herself to give testimony of the truth. The phrase, offering herself, is worth highlighting, for this demonstrates that the Christ who is present today, who has presented herself as the great high priest forever according to the order of Melchizedek, has offered herself voluntarily, as it says in Isaiah 6:8. Then I heard the voice of the Lord, saying, Whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then I answered, Here I am, send me. This is the living and holy sacrifice that Christ does for us to save us from death. And as we can also see in Ephesians 5:2, and walk in love, just as Christ loved us so much that she gave herself for us, as a pleasing offering and sacrifice to God in a fragrant aroma. Here, we not only see the voluntary action of Christ as the Heavenly Mother, but it also proves how gratifying this type of voluntary spiritual offering, which is a living and holy sacrifice, is for God, the Father Melchizedek. There is a phrase in this verse that we should not overlook, and we are referring to, she gave herself for us. This means that as the beneficiaries of this sacrifice made by Christ Lisbet, we must have heard her speak, and therefore must know her, because how can I receive something from someone I don't even know, and much less from someone I've never even heard before? As it happens to all the so-called believers in God, who have not heard of and don't even know God the Father or Christ today, in her first and second manifestation. Amen. To be continued.